Hi, this is Jody Colegrove with Quantum Techniques. We have developed a proven technique to quickly determine your root cause of your health issue using a form of energy medicine. I work with people on the phone around the world, helping them determine why they're having a health issue and what they can do about it. So one thing that I have found helpful with people I've worked with is what can you do as a daily practice to help take care of your health and happiness? So what's important is to get your body to reconnect with itself, all right? So what we've found is that your body, if you think about the area that you have an issue, okay, and you want to reconnect that. So that could be, where you have a headache. It could be where you've had some dental work done. And you think about that area and you're wanting to reconnect certain charts that we found to be helpful. So one is our cortical contacts, okay, and that's the brain areas, okay, and eyes and different points that we have found to be helpful. Then we have pulse charts, and so a lot of times in Chinese medicine, they listen to the pulses on each wrist and represent the different organs and glands and tissues to know whether those organs, glands, and tissues are functioning well. We also have spinal segments, so all the different areas of the spine. Okay? We also have teeth that represent different organs, and the spine also represents different organs too. We have different brain engines, like the cerebellum and the amygdala, hippocampus, and those areas need to be brought into awareness because they do impact different areas of our body. So for example, the amygdala deals with fight or flight. The cerebellum is the chemical makeup of the body. So each one has a purpose. Then we also have the cranial sutures. And so, we have all these sutures in the head that are combining. And when you're, a kid, you don't have or when you're born, you don't have all those sutures connected. And that's why they have that soft spot on the top of the head. So as those grow together, but sometimes if there's been some kind of a damage, whether it's whiplash, being hit by a ball or something, those sutures can be out of in sync and they can cause different issues. Then we also have emotions, and you can pull up different charts that talk about the different emotions that a person can have. And it's important to see if you resonate with any of those emotions as you kind of look through the list. And if you do, then you need to say an affirmation to yourself about letting that emotion go. And so you're not holding that in your body. The other one is beliefs. You can think about the different beliefs that you might be holding on about yourself, about the world, God, people, money, and think about how you're holding that and how it's impacting your life. And again, also say kind of a prayer affirmation to let that go. Another thing that I find is helpful. So let me go back on that just a little bit. So what you're doing is you're thinking about that area and you're reconnecting all those areas in your body every day. And that way your body can be aware to pull that in and to reconnect it, okay? So one of the other things that you can do is also the Ho'oponopono prayer. I may not be saying that quite right, but it's a Hawaiian prayer. And so when you think about people in your life that maybe you're having an issue with or that you've been frustrated with, and you may hold some anger, rage, or like I said, frustration, you think about saying that prayer to them. And the prayer is, I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And so you say that towards that person so that not only are you letting go and saying, I had some ownership in this relationship that we've had. And so I'm going to love you. But you're asking for love back. And so there's a connection there and a letting go of how that person impacts you and how you impact them. And that's really an important prayer that I think it really helps with healing. The reason I kind of brought this up is that I had a friend of mine that is dealing with a little bit of cancer. And so I've just been aware of different things that I felt would be helpful for just immune disease and for getting our health and happiness back. But one thing that came to mind is, as I look through emails, is that there's a book that was produced by a gentleman named Chris Wark. And his name of his book is Chris Beat Cancer. And he had a webinar that I listened to that I found very, very good. And he really talks about all different aspects cancer and illness and how it impacts your life and how it got started and how to take care of it and how to get it out of your life. And so I find it as a very good resource for any kind of issue that you're dealing with and just how to approach disease. And I think sometimes we approach disease and say, oh no, I'm doomed. And I was just watching, a spiritual teacher this morning that just said, you need to persevere over it. And the longer you persevere or outlast what the issue is. And it's not just saying that you need to I always have this image, and I don't know what movie it's from, but I know I've had a preacher that talked about it, where when we don't forgive someone, it's like we're taking all of these burdens and putting them in our backpack. And there was this movie, and like I said, someone mentioned it, and I just don't remember what it is, but it was a soldier, and he had all this anger and frustration and that he would not forgive. And so this priest had him put it in this big sack on his back and had him walk up a waterfall. And as he's climbing this cliff, and he's realizing, I can climb a lot easier if I didn't have all this armor on my back. And so he let it go. And to me, that's such a visual of how we let go of our issues that we're carrying, is that we realize that we're the ones carrying it. And if we would just let it go, then we can be free of it. So that's what I mean by persevere. It doesn't mean work harder or stronger. It just means persevere in saying that I am doing a good job and I'm going to get through this and I'm going to do it in the best way I know how. And so I'm giving you some of these resources to help you with that. But so I think that book would be really helpful as a way to go through that. And then I think one of the go-to herbs that I think is really, really helpful is curcumin, because it really helps decrease inflammation in the body. So any kind of disease you have, curcumin is a really good resource. And I personally like to get my curcumin from our turmeric-curcumin.com. And I know this is a simple thing, but when you order it and you get these big bottles, the pills are all the way up to the top. They're not just halfway. And so that really makes me feel like I'm getting a good bang for the buck. So I wanted to share that curcumin with you. So visit quantumtechniques.com and you can get some more information about health. You can download free information, have codes on there. You can request a session request so that we can work together to help you get your health and happiness back. So blessings from Quantum Techniques.